Hello and welcome to the Feminine Millionaire Show. I'm your host, Polly Alexander. I'm a success coach, healer, creative, and future millionaire. If creating money and success in a spiritual and feminine way is your goal, this show is for you. Understand how to overcome your past, bring your soul's greatest gifts to the world, and up-level your income, impact, joy, and happiness. Join me on my journey to creating a 7-figure business and learn the business mindset, spiritual, and lifestyle changes I make along the way. Let's all rise together. Hello, and a happy new year. I have a feeling that 2022 is going to be a good one. I even like the number 2022. So welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas break. I had a truly magical time at a beautiful hotel with a lot of rest, a lot of connection, a lot of joy, a lot of freedom, a lot of spontaneity, and a lot of abundance. But that's a story for another episode. So today, in episode 46, I'm talking about how to plan your 2022. This episode could also be called working with both your feminine and masculine energies to plan 2022. Now, the truth is, you can be the driver of your life, or you can be the passenger. Which do you want to be? Do you want to allow life to happen to you, or are you going to create the life you really desire for yourself? In this episode, I'll be talking about getting clear on what you really want and what your focus is for the coming year. You get to take back control of your life, and you greatly increase your chances of meeting your goals and experiencing your deepest desires when you consciously plan the year ahead. So take this moment as a fresh start, a chance to wipe the slate clean and start over. So the masculine way of planning the year ahead is all about setting goals, defining action steps, and doing. The feminine way of planning the year ahead is about feeling your way into the year, listening to your intuition, flowing, being with what you want this year to be about. So, for example, a question to ask yourself could be, how do you want to feel this year? That would be the feminine approach. Whereas, what are you going to do differently this coming year would be the masculine approach. And this is at the heart of my work that I do with all my clients. It's about bringing together both the masculine and feminine energies, regardless of whether you're a man or a woman, and harnessing both energies that exist within us and around us and that we all have access to, and co-creating with both those energies our experience of the coming year. And this is how we create our wildest desires and epic abundance without burning out, getting bored or disillusioned. So why is this time significant? Well, the start of a new year is a turning point and a chance to let go, reset, and start over and reconnect to your desires. So this turning point is such a powerful time for reflection and renewal. And taking the time to reconnect to your vision, your goals, and your intentions for the coming year will bring you the clarity on where to focus your time and energy in order to achieve your desired results and feelings. So it's almost like the time we put in now to really getting intentional and conscious and clear on what this coming year is about. This is going to guide where we direct our energy and therefore what we experience. So the time invested now is time well spent. So I recommend that you build upon your findings and takeaways from episode 45, the end of year review, and you decide upon the themes for the coming year. There's some really powerful questions you can ask yourself that will be a beautiful foundation before you start this planning process looking forward. Now, don't feel you're behind. So you'll be listening to this already in the first week or later in January, and I'm right there with you. My personal take on the new year is to take it slow, is to take time to digest the past year. In fact, both years, this year and last year, have gone away on holiday over Christmas and New Year. So my new year has actually started pretty late. In 2021, I crash landed into the new year, coming back from a most incredible spontaneous trip to the Maldives, only to face the stress of navigating back across closed lockdown borders back home to Ibiza, and then to find myself in the midst of a power cut at home due to flooding. It was pretty much a crash landing into the beginning of last year. So needless to say, my new year didn't really get going until the end of January. This year is less dramatic, but I also went away for the holidays. And I'm feeling this intuitive calling to allow in the new year, to glide into the new year rather than push through it, force it in, or rush in. So each day I'm sitting a little with the possibilities available for this year. I'm making space to listen to the whispers of my soul. I'm listening and waiting to hear what she desires, where I'm guided to go, what is wanting to emerge through me. I'm listening, waiting, being, before I set goals and make plans. I'm allowing time. I'm allowing space. And I'm gifting my year time to emerge. So if you need to give yourself permission to emerge more slowly into 2022, do just that. So I'm going to share 3 things you can do to start to shape what 2022 is about. So the first thing I invite you to do is to set a timer for 10 or 15 minutes and make a list of your top 20 desires for 2022. Your top 20 desires for 2022. Let them flow. This is not a time to be practical, to question how they're going to come to reality, or to question if it's possible. Just allow them to flow. And this is the benefit of using a timer. You have to work in the flow. There's no overthinking. There's no opportunity for analysis. It's just going to flow through you. The second thing to do is to set a theme for your year. And I recommend that this is 1 to 3 words. If you can get 1 word, that's great. Now, with the theme, I found it can go a couple of different ways. So the feminine way is just to allow it straight in. And you might get a word that comes through. Boom, like that. And I got the word love. Now that didn't come through from a place of analysing why or what it means or what exactly it's about. I just received it. And now I am reflecting to see if there's another word that needs to come through. And so this is allowing the feminine energies to receive your theme, yeah? The other way to do it is to use the masculine energies. Look at what's going on in your life, look at the changes you want to make, look at what you're looking to manifest, and then think about what a good theme would be. So you can go with whatever process works for you, or you may have several words that come through several different channels. When I've got my word, I will then think about how could that play out in the different areas of my life. So for example, if my word was love, how could that play out in business? How could I receive more love, give more love through my business? How could I embody the qualities of love more in my business? And that will start to come through in more concrete ways, which will eventually lead to action steps, which is the masculine, providing the container for the feminine, the love to flow through. So then bring in your masculine here. You can look at your goals and your desires, and you can see what this year is about for you. And we have different themes, we have different seasons of life. Is this a year coming up that's all about launching a new business for you? Maybe quitting corporate. Maybe it's about really going for it in your career. Or maybe it's a year where you want to have a baby and bring new life to your world, or adopt an animal. Maybe it's going to be a year of adventure and travel and exploring the world. Maybe it's a year of focusing on family and having adventures together. And if it's a year of exploration around your next steps, or deep inner work or healing for you, don't make that wrong. Know that the deep inner transformation happens first before the external results show. And they really will show. So many times I have supported people working on abundance and witnessed the deep inner shifts happening first and then the external money flowing after. So the purpose of setting these themes for the year are to guide your focus, and they'll help focus the brain and guide your actions. So the third step in planning your 2022 that I recommend is to do a vision board. You can do this in a masculine or a feminine way. It's something that I find my community, who are very intuitive, creative, visual people, I find this to be a really powerful manifesting tool and a really powerful tool in focusing your vision on where you're headed. And remember, when we're looking to manifest, we're looking to feel the outcome now wherever we can. And imagery that evokes how you want to feel and invokes that new reality you're creating. Having this imagery around you on a daily basis can be incredibly powerful, and a vision board is one of the most powerful ways of bringing that imagery into your field. I actually have mine opposite my bed so that I go to sleep looking at it and I wake up looking at it. And time has taught me, having done these for the last 12 years consistently, that they always manifest. It's really almost like magic, and I've witnessed it for many, many, many clients as well. And this is a great time to refresh your board or do a new one. So there's two different ways I've done this, and I've done it both the masculine and the feminine way. But once I've worked through my desires and my goals for the year, my theme, then the masculine way would be to find images that represent those goals and put them on a board. Now you can do this by going on to Pinterest and screenshotting images, printing them out off the internet or cutting them out of magazines. So you can look for specific things. And Google is the easiest way to find pictures of what you're looking to do. And make sure that you're in your vision as well. That's a mistake a lot of people make, is that they create this beautiful abstract vision, but it doesn't feel relatable and they're not actually in the vision. So always put a picture of yourself in the middle of all of these wonderful things, this vision that you are manifesting. So that's the more masculine way to do it. And you can also use apps or softwares online that pull the images in and make a collage, or you could do it in Canva. Now, the feminine way, which I also love to do, is to gift myself a container of time, maybe 30 minutes, and sit with a stack of magazines. So you'll need to collate some magazines first. And I will just flick through the magazines and I will follow my intuitive guidance and I will tear out images that represent how I'd like to feel. So I might tear out images of flowers or of a sea or of someone doing yoga. And these might represent things I want to feel or experience. And I'll also pull out words that resonate with me or images that resonate. So they may not relate specifically to the things I'm looking to manifest or my specific goals, but they'll represent the feelings I want to feel. Or some flowers might represent focusing on my femininity, or forests might represent a greater connection with nature. So you're being more symbolic with this route, and it can be a really beautiful way to create a vision board without getting bogged down in specifics or finding the right image or the right words. Quite often I combine the two, so I'll go through this spontaneous, intuitive, feminine process, tear out images, and then I'll also pair it with some images printed off the internet of specific things I'm looking to manifest or places I'm looking to visit. And then I'll arrange the two. Again, I'll give myself a timer. I'll arrange on a big corkboard or a big whiteboard or even just on the wall. I will arrange the mixture of the two images in a way that is pleasing to me. And I'll do this sometimes on smaller boards throughout the year when I'm looking to manifest, say, a new home, for example. I have found that this massively accelerates the process of it coming to me. There's something about physically engaging, physically with my hands, with my body, with the imagery, and putting it together, that I become an active co-creator in a greater way. I can't explain exactly how it works, but I know that it does. So these 3 ways to plan your 2022 in a more feminine way. First of all, write down your top 20 desires. Secondly, set a theme for your year. Listen, look, find, reflect. What is that theme? And thirdly, create a physical vision of your coming year. In this way, you're bringing both the energies together, the masculine and feminine energies. And I invite you to give yourself permission to take your time in this process, to feel into what is aligned for you, and to listen to your intuition. So let's set a collective intention here and now. So I intend that your coming year is abundant, it's filled with freedom, is joyful, and is loving. Let's just take a moment to breathe that in together. I see my year as abundant, free, joyful, and loving. Here's to the most amazing year ahead. Thank you for listening to today's episode of the Feminine Millionaire Show. If you're enjoying this show, please hit the follow button and subscribe to the show. And if you haven't already left me a review, I would absolutely love that. You can leave a review on iTunes, and I will send you a copy of my biggest month ever meditation if you email a screenshot of that review into support@pollyalexander.com. I also have a powerful training available on demand right now. It's called 6 Steps to 6 Figures and Beyond. And you can register for that at training.pollyalexander.com/6 steps, or hit the link in the show notes. This is only available for a limited time, and it's suitable for you if you're looking to scale your business to 6 or multi-6 figures. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Let's make this year count. Bye for now.